Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play WWF Royal Rumble for the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Well, Super Nintendo's going to take a bit of a sit-down for this video. I'm going to do Sega Genesis only, because we're going to do 3 matches, and they're all going to be brawls instead of one fall. I'm going to show off the brawl modes. And what's the difference between one fall and brawl, you may ask? Well, it's pretty simple, really. No referees, no countouts, no pinfalls, no rules. You beat up your opponent before your opponent does the same to you. You have to get your opponent's life bar all the way back to black. You got to get it all the way down. And notice how Lex Luger was choking me right there. You can do the same to him. You can gouge his eyes. You can also take that steel chair and also whack it across his head, even though you can probably do it in any game mode, really. And it's really easy to do. To gouge your opponent's eyes, you press X or A plus B on... No, A plus C on a 3-button controller. A plus B is Z. I need to remember that. Speaking of A plus B or Z, you do that, you can choke your opponent out. And if you're playing on Super Nintendo, you gouge the eyes with L and you choke them with R. That's pretty much all there is to it. By the way, the chair does respawn. It does show up in different colors though. The first time you see it, it'll be blue. I believe it'll be this cream color the next time you see it. And then it'll be like this forest green color the third time before it switches back to blue. I may have those other 2 colors mixed up. I could be wrong. But those are the 3 colors. And I tried to do the Razor's Edge, but the game wouldn't let me. Nevertheless, I beat up the Narcissist. He can't get back up. Mean Gene Okerlund won't walk over to me because I'm not in the ring when I finish the match. And that's basically it for the one-on-one brawl. Next up, I'm going to do the Tag Team Brawl, and despite how hardcore it may seem or feel, there is going to be some similarities to a one-fall tag team match, as you're soon going to see. For this one, I'm going to play as Razor Ramon again, but I'm also going to be playing as Bret Hart for the tag team partner as well. And we got Papa Shango and Randy Savage, a very, very unexpected team, I guess you could say. I don't think they even tag teamed at all. I don't think they ever even met. Then again, they may have met in 1992 in a match, and I never even knew it. But as you can see, it's not a tornado tag team match. You don't have all 4 guys in the ring at one time. You still have to do tagging in and tagging out. The whole concept of a legal man in a tag team match still exists in Brawl mode. Also, I could have sworn that Randy Savage actually gained health for a brief second. Maybe it was just me. Or maybe it was some weird glitch or something, but maybe I'm just seeing things or something. But notice that in one-on-one, not one-on-one, but one-fall tag team mode, if you went outside of the ring, everybody went outside the ring. Well, you can use that to your advantage in this mode. Since the person who is not the legal man can't be knocked out and lose all their energy, if they lose all their energy, they can't lose the match because they're not the legal man. So if Razor Ramon were to get stunned to the point that he lost all his energy, well, if he was at that point, if I was actually playing as him, I wouldn't have lost because he's not the legal man. It would all have to be, all the damage would have to have been done to Bret Hart for the opponent to get the victory. And since I'm working on Papa Shango, and Razor's working on the Macho Man there, we're at a bit of an advantage. I can actually have Razor Ramon do some of my dirty work for me, and apparently you can also choke out and gouge the eyes of your tag team partner as well. I don't think the developers intended for that to happen. Maybe I'm wrong. But it is very possible to do that, as I learned while recording this video. And even if they fight off screen, it'll still take stock of all the damage that the legal man of my opponent's team is. And Razor Ramon managed to finish him off, and, well, Razor Ramon did the work for me, and I was able to win the match. And now it was time to take on Triple Tag Team Mode. And just like Tag Team Mode, you still have the whole concept of a legal man working on you. And I decided to go ahead and do the Triple Tag Team Mode team that I did in the Sega Genesis version in the last video. And Razor Ramon ended up being on the opposing team for once, so that was kind of weird. So technically we have 6 good guys, unless you really want to count Razor Ramon as a bad guy, in case you can feel free to do that, because he was both a bad guy and a good guy that year. So I guess it would kind of, sort of, work out. Plus, we do have Jim Duggan on the opposing team, and we haven't seen him in a while. I can't even remember we fought him as an opponent in the character show-offs. I believe we may have, but that may have only happened like one time. And if you've played this mode played the Brawl mode in Tag Team mode, you pretty much know what to expect here. You can still press select, or in the Genesis case, the mode button on a 6-button controller, or A, B, and C on a 3-button to switch partners, if, provided of course you're still in the ring during a triple tag team match on Sega Genesis. And thankfully Crush was not the legal man. The thing about using the chair is, if the opponent sees you carrying it, he will run all the way back to the ring. This is not only true in the Sega Genesis version of the game, but also in the Super Nintendo version as well. So you kind of have to get some room. You kind of have to go towards the barricades on the bottom there in order to get like a fair shot at him. Just take advantage of the fact that he's going to move towards the ring and get back in it, because you can't take the chair in the ring, and the computer controlled opponent knows that. And basically you just lie in wait for him, and as soon as he's pretty much right next to you, you just swing that chair. It's only a couple of frames of animation. You can hit him fairly quickly, and you'll do quite a bit of damage if you do that. So, yeah, if you've done this in tag team mode, if you've done Brawl in tag team mode, you know what Brawl and triple tag team is like. Just remember to switch your partners if you need to, or want to. But that will wrap it up for the Brawl modes. Next up, we are finally doing the Royal Rumble on both systems, and it should be fun. So, until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!